Oh, that's how you start a show.
Oh,
Ladies,
all right.
ladies
Hell
and
yeah.
gentlemen, boys and
DOM
girls.
420 means I just smoked your ass. Actually, Jose did.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Can't really call it a podcast because we're on YouTube, a YouTube cast, I guess. Listen, before we kick,
WrestleCast.
before we kick in and we get going, I'm gonna set this off right. Make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe, and you comment where?
Down
Below.
Down below. Leave us questions for the show, and also come join us on Facebook.
Yes.
On our in our group where it's free to post whatever you want wrestling related, and come talk, join. You've heard the spiel before. We've got group titles, we've got threads, we do it all.
Yeah, and
we
if you
have
haven't
fun.
heard it, you just did.
Exactly.
You know what we haven't, if I could take a second, you know what we haven't brought up? If you watch this podcast, okay, then you get into the group on Facebook. Anything that one of us posts, all of a sudden we turn into Morgan Freeman. You can hear us narrating that shit as you read it.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was worth the time. Y'all didn't think of that shit.
So we're gonna kick this show off with a group question. So you gentlemen ready for this?
Let's do it.
So the question is, what brand do you want to see John Morrison go to? Who would you like to see him feud with first? And should they freaking strap a rocket to his ass and shoot him to the moon in said feud and said brand?
Okay, I'm tagging in Jose because I got this one. First off, thank you, Evan, for the question. You're a great follower of ours. We love you. And Morrison finally confirming that he returned was like no surprise to me, but I guess we got to get rid of Unsolved Mysteries episode 3. That all being said, I don't think we're gonna see Johnny debut until Royal Rumble, but I think when we do, he will be on the SmackDown roster because it's desperate for people. His first feud will probably be with Shinsuke Nakamura, and Destin, remember you asked? I think he's going to take the Intercontinental title from Shinsuke.
Okay.
So he will have a rocket semi-strapped up his ass. Like, they're not shooting him to the moon, but they're putting him in orbit.
Okay.
One answer to two questions. Boom.
All right, Jose. How do you feel on this situation?
Well, I see him on both. What brand is The Miz on?
SmackDown.
Well, then, yeah, SmackDown, but I see feuding with The Miz.
Feud with The Miz. Are they going to shoot him to the moon? Or are they going to keep him fucking Shelton Benjamin his ass?
Oh.
I guess it depends on his attitude. But I don't know. It really depends. Because, The Miz has been there for how long, and he's like the golden boy. He's their go-to, but you see, he just mid-card all day long.
Now, the extra thing here, do we see him coming back as a face, or do we see him come back as a heel? Because I see the face thing, like Shinsuke's obviously the heel. He's gonna, find a way to outsmart him and Sammy. What do you guys think?
He's gonna be a fan favorite when he comes back.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna answer this question. His brand is gonna be Saturday Night Main Event, and his feud is gonna be against Dana Brooke because they're the only two that ever are on that show all the time. And no, there will not be a rocket strapped to his ass. No. All right. Let me be honest here. Everyone wants to see him in NXT, but they're not gonna. Yes, the clown. They're not gonna put him. They're not gonna put him in NXT. They're gonna put him over on Raw. They're gonna put him on Raw, but he's gonna get lost in the shuffle. He signed most likely signed a 5-year deal because that's what everyone has to sign now over there because they don't want him going anywhere else. He's only getting older. He's going to go to Raw. He's going to get lost in the shuffle, and he's actually going to be another Shelton Benjamin. And that's just how I feel. He's got all the potential in the world. He's a great in-ring competitor. He's good at what he does, but dude's gonna get lost in the shuffle. He's just another big name. They didn't want to go to AEW, and he's gonna get lost in the shuffle.
I mean, I could see it, but I kind of like my answer better. I mean, yours kind of made me feel like we love you, Johnny. We really do. Okay. Our next question is actually from another group member, Will Miller, and he was asking how we feel WWE should end the great, and I'm using quotes because that's what he said, the great feud between Bobby Lashley and Rusev.
Look, I'm gonna lay it down flat, plain, flat, fucking simple. Rusev crushes him and goes on to win the WWE title. That's the only way to end that shit feud.
Okay, I'm with you. That first one, the first answer you gave, I was like, but that one was just like,
hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, good. It is.
You're good, you. What do you think, Jose?
He wants Lashley to win and the storyline to continue. We know.
Shush! Let the man speak for himself with his clown nose. Doink, your thoughts.
I want the trash to end. But I want Lana to betray Lashley, and Lana be the one that gets Rusev to win, because Rusev is trash anyway. So
no, he's not.
He has never been able to get himself over by himself.
No, what are you fucking talking about?
By himself, no. He didn't get the Rusev over the last couple weeks. Aiden English got it over.
Bro, he's literally given the most shit and been the most over out of a lot of these superstars.
When he's with somebody else, when he's by himself, he can't get himself over, and they see that.
90% of the roster, when they're by themselves, can't get themselves over.
Okay, Rusev has done more, like turned chicken shit into chicken salad for years. And they just keep burying his ass for it. So he's not trash, but
he's
shit
like
they
Santino. He's like Santino.
Trash. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Santino can't wrestle. That's all.
I'm just waiting for Rusev to come out in a dress and win the women's title. That's all I'm waiting on.
I don't like your fucking attitude right now.
I don't like your Walmart scarf.
A jovial clown nose and a smiley Kylie shirt. And he's just over here spewing hate.
Yo, someone tell Wendy to get on.
I was just about to do that, actually, bro. I'm trying.
I miss her smiling face on here.
Oh, she says, fell asleep for a bit, showered, and finally saw your messages. Get on the call. All right. We're coming back. Sorry. Our next question, since I had to jump screens, actually comes from Andrew in Top Rope, and he wants to know what we think the current state of wrestling. I gotta scroll all the way down because y'all talk too much.
The current state of wrestling.
Yes, the current state of wrestling. That's what he wants to know. I'm so sorry, Andrew. These guys talk too much.
Come on, Jose, hit us up.
Oh, to me, it's freaking wonderful.
What? Like, he just said something nice.
No, it's.
Eddie, I'm coming to see
we basically get wrestling every single day. I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, you can't hate that.
No.
I'm definitely not hating on that answer. I'm just surprised. I'm like, what? Something nice? from Captain Hater himself? Wow.
Captain Haterade?
You got to keep the balance, you know. I got to throw some good in there every once in a while.
We don't want you to go full on Sith. Like, you got to stay, you know.
He's teenage Anakin, not knowing where he's at.
Teenage Anakin. No, teenage. We're gonna get into that later. We'll do that off air.
That's a different show. That's a different show. That's a different podcast.
Yeah, that's a totally different show, guys. She says, "Give me like 5 minutes." So yes, we will be having Wendy. Awesome.
We need to call her Baby Yoda from now on.
Yes,
Baby Yoda. Oh, I'm sure she'd love that. I'm sure she'd love that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna just. But no, the state of wrestling, as far as I'm concerned, has gotten to the point where not only is it all access, but it's practically all inclusive, because there is literally something for everyone. I think I mentioned that last week. I mean, if you like traditional stuff, do NWA. If you're into high spots, AEW's got you. If you're into like solid, if you're into solid matches that, kind of have that tweak from an old man, watch NXT. Like, it's got you. Like, there's something for literally everyone. Even beyond that, you go to MLW, they're doing a little bit of everything.
Chaotic.
YouTube is amazing.
PPW
when it comes to wrestling. They got so much on there.
They're doing shows that are literally like everything for everyone. And it's great. It's great to be a wrestling fan and to be able to say, well, maybe I'm not in the mood for this, so I'll watch that, or maybe. And people don't seem to realize that still, because we get a lot of. Well, not a lot in our group. We have a few, but overall, when you see wrestling talk on social media, there's a lot of haters that make Jose look like Smiley Kylie. I'm sorry,
you mean the Muppets?
There are.
Yeah, the Muppets.
Muppets.
That's for you, Hope.
Grown Muppets. Hope, we love you. Feel better soon. Just oh man, this happens, blah blah blah. Which actually was one of my keep it or kill it questions. If we want to jump into that while we're trying to wait on Wendy,
I want to save that for Wendy because she didn't get in on that last week.
Oh, I know. I have a bunch. That's what I'm saying.
Good.
Like, we could give some time.
We could spread them out throughout the.
Yeah, we don't have to have a segment. We could put them in. We could go finish them up at the end. We could do whatever, man. It's our show. Ain't nobody telling us like, oh, it has to be at the end.
Yeah, I am.
He always has.
You and the fucking clown nose. You're such a dude. I love it.
I can't keep a straight face when he's wearing the damn clown nose.
So look, state of wrestling for me is one word: amazing. That's it. It's amazing.
I mean, I know we touched on it last week, but Andrew asked, and he's a great member in our group. He's, hooked me up with a few things, and cool guy. So I figured, what the fuck? Let's go over it again. Why not? Maybe somebody hasn't seen it. Maybe somebody wants to hear some more. Why not? That one was just for you, Andrew. Now we do have a few other places we can touch, but we've covered all the.
Okay.
Looks like
Bro,
John
you got some good shit.
It looks like John Cena
and
Kofi Kingston.
And Kofi Kingston.
Ah!
This John Cena I got when I got the Scooby-Doo in WWE mashup thing. Came in the box.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I got random crap, bro. Random crap.
God. Oh my god.
That's cool.
Oh my god.
That's another thing Jose does in group. If you guys ever come to Top Rope on Facebook, he has the Danger Zone where he talks about all kinds of action figures and crazy shit, and shows you some of the stuff from his collection and puts up other stuff from like rare finds, that kind of shit. So if you're into that kind of stuff too,
check it out.
Just another reason to come invite yourself. That's all I'm saying. So while we still wait for Wendy, we did have one question that we were kind of on the fence about. We talked about before the show, and that was also from Will. And he asked something along the lines of, why is it so hard for people to become writers in WWE?
It's not.
The show is struggling so bad. I'm sorry. Why is it so hard if the show is struggling so bad?
Because their writers suck ass. Like they don't. Here's the thing. When shit was really good in WWE in the 90s and the early 2000s, the writers had fucking freedom. They had freedom, and then they went PG, and that's where their downfall came in. Like, I can't even say downfall because they're still $1 billion company, and millions of people still watch their show. It's not.
Hell, we bitch and we still watch it. So,
exactly, we bitch and we still watch it because we're fucking marks.
I'd like to think we're gluttons for punishment.
Dare I say we're clowns?
Like, we turn on SmackDown and we're like, all right, the safe word is Corbin. Let's do this. Like, we just
like it's
Corbin. I can't. 20 minutes. I could take.
They need to get people in there that understand wrestling. I just had a raccoon stare me down in my yard.
Nice.
Did it have like overalls and a gun?
No, it left. It left. I thought I was gonna get rabies. No, but listen.
Just don't pet it.
Back to my point. This is why you gotta love this show, because random shit happens. No, back to my point is they don't have no creative freedom. Like, if you really got someone in there that understood the product, and look, Russo's a douche, he's a dick, but here's the thing: when he was writing, he put out some damn good freaking content, you know. And same with Paul Heyman. Like Heyman's not writing, he's supposedly running Raw, but it's not like we thought it would be.
No, and there's a reason for all that, because you can hire all the writers you want. You can put Paul Heyman in charge. You can do whatever. But at the end of the day, you got one man standing there that could just nix anything that comes out of those writers' rooms.
It's not even Vince, bro. It's not even Vince. Not even Vince. It's the network.
Listen, I mean, hey, he took away he brought back one of his bad words. They're allowed to say wrestler now.
Say wrestler now. Ooh.
What's up, ladies?
Oh, wow.
Hey,
fresh
Baby
out
Yoda.
the shower. I was just about to say that. It's Baby Yoda.
Just so we get this out of the way, lady, you're a talking head right now.
I don't know how far. Is this better?
There you go. That's much
better.
Sorry, I have like short arms. I can't do much. Oh, Jesus. All right.
Hashtag Baby Yoda problems right there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. There we go. Get this all nice and clean. Freshly washed and untangled hair.
Got like that raven hair going on where the shit's like all in front of her eyes.
Right.
Like, what about me?
Like in the corner, all moody and angsty and shit. Where'd you wake me up from my nap?
At least you're not in the corner itching like Billy Kidman used to.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Looking like a fiend.
Not even wearing a dress like Perry Saturn. I mean, what the fuck?
No.
Oh, man. Now I wish I had a head.
Al Snow.
What does everybody want?
Yeah, that didn't work, Dom.
No.
Well, somebody's got to come in and say head. I mean, I can't do everything on this show.
I tried.
No, I guess we could pass this one to Wendy too. We had and I know we've touched this before, but we had Andrew ask about what we thought the state of wrestling was currently. Or no, I'm sorry, we were talking about writers, weren't we?
Yes,
we moved on to
writers.
Why is it so hard for WWE to get writers when the show is struggling so badly?
Sorry, getting taffy out of my bag. Taffy.
Yeah, all we see is mouth.
Oh, taffy.
All we see is eyeballs and mouth, Wendy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think that's because you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Because I can see her.
Yeah, I see all of Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. Forget it. How do you feel on the whole writer situation in WWE, Wendy?
I feel like I'll be honest, I've always wondered about that, because why is it one of those things where it's like not I did not look down until just now.
I was waiting for it. I was the last one to laugh, though. Y'all owe me.
No, I think it's one of those, like, it's all about who you know, not what you know. And it's the best way to get in is by having some sort of connection, which nobody has. Nobody has that connection to become a writer in WWE. So they just get these crap-ass people who think they know what they're doing but don't. And I wonder if their writers have always been fans, or are they fair weather? Are they recent? Like, what? I don't know. I don't know why they can't get good writers. I can't look at you, Jose. What the hell, man?
He's been doing it all show.
All show. I'm trying to start the show, and he's over here, and I'm laughing. I'm like, everybody shut up. But I think it's difficult to get writers because WWE has put themselves in that corner with PG and family friendly and everything else, and I get why they did it. But even if you go back before AEW started, there was an interview with Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler. It was a Talk is Jericho from the cruise, where Jim Ross talked about the same thing Bruce said. Back in the day, everybody had freedom. The writers, the announcers, the whole nine. And then all of a sudden one day, it just stopped. And once it stopped, everything funneled its way through Vince. Everything channeled its way through Vince. And he had final say on everything. So if he didn't like something, if he thought he knew better, it would just crumple it up, throw it in the trash, go your own way. Exactly. Oh, it's such good shit we can just take from this fishbowl. Oh, we'll make his wife cheat on him again. Oh, it's still happening. Like, so yeah, I'm not taking it away from anybody's points. I'm just saying, if JR and the King can both sit there all these years later and say, oh yeah, we could do whatever we wanted and the place took off and we were having fun, and then all of a sudden one day Vince just cracked down.
Vince saw what happened in WCW with Hogan.
Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense though. Like, but they also give you too much freedom.
But they also beat WCW by having that much freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not about whether or not you have the freedom. It's about whether or not it's about what you're doing with that freedom. And speaking of,
and it's not like
Wendy's like opening her candy right by her microphone.
It's like crunch.
Gummy bears. Sorry, I'm just like really hungry, and all I have near me is candy, so it's all I'm eating today.
So,
Baby Yoda problems.
I got something that I want to talk about with you guys and get your thoughts on it. So we're all big AEW fans.
Yeah.
You know, we're just all big wrestling fans in general. So I listened to the Moxley interview with Chris Van Vliet, which was good. Yes, Jose, it was a good interview.
It was.
But the thing that I'm starting to like hope happens in AEW is more televised storylines. Because if you just stop and think about it, okay, just hear me out. So SCU was feuding with the Lucha Bros.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it was starting to build up right before the tag finals, and they were feuding. It started at the beginning. They were going back and forth. I mean, now you have Daniels feuding with Pentagon, but it's not the same. Like, it should be a tag thing, and it just kind of went away.
Yeah.
But now,
did you see what happened on Dynamite though?
I'm gonna kick your ass. No. So
because it kind of
wait. Let me fucking finish.
Oh.
So now all of a sudden, you've got best friends feuding with the Lucha Bros. So it's like a straight storyline. And listen, I watched BTE. I watched Nightmare. I watched AEW on YouTube for the storyline, because that's where a lot of their storylines happen. But
right.
The only real storyline on TV is MJF and Cody. And before that, it was Cody and Jericho. But those are the only real storylines that we have. Okay. And like Moxley said, it's just a giant jam session, which is fucking amazing because the wrestling's off the wall. But a little bit of story and keeping a feud going between people for a little while, would go a long way.
All right. Well, let me jump in, because the thing about it is, on Dynamite last night, yes, you had Daniels versus Pentagon. But also on Dynamite, leading into those tag finals, you had Pentagon injuring Daniels, and then of course SCU goes and fights the Lucha Brothers in the tournament with Scorpio Sky and win. And then after they won the tag titles, of course you had Daniels dressed as Pentagon on Dynamite, beating the shit out of Pentagon Jr. What they did last night was basically kind of wrap up, or at least put a bow on, the feud between SCU and Lucha Bros with Pentagon and Daniels, but they've started something new between Best Friends and Lucha Brothers between Dark and Dynamite. Because you had Trent beating Pentagon on Dark, and then the Best Friends knocked off the Lucha Brothers on Dynamite, and then this week you had Phoenix come back, get some revenge. So obviously they've kind of like they've kind of said, okay, we're going to wrap this up with Pentagon and Daniels, and then we're going to move on and try to do something with the Best Friends and Lucha Brothers. So it's not like they didn't have something on TV for this. It just built over weeks because they got 2 hours to throw all this shit in, and then they even used Dark to try to, continue these stories. So you got to kind of keep up with everything in order to know, like, oh, that happened, so now they're doing this. Okay, cool, let's go.
I wonder if they're still trying to figure out like the chemistry between people when creating these rivalries. Like, will it work out well between these people and those people? Or, okay, it was good, but can we make it better between these two instead? I mean, it is still a fledgling promotion.
It is.
They are still hashing
I don't want to make the mistake Kenny Omega did when he was amping up the women's division.
Yeah.
And again, you are also developing chemistry while you're putting this stuff on the air, because I still can't figure out, and I know Jose saw it, whether or not Daniel's going for that kind of Arabian moonsault out of the ring and just botching it and landing on his ass.
The fallen angel made a return.
Yeah, like he was
beautiful.
the fallen angel on his ass on a ramp, and I was trying not to laugh, but I did. And then afterwards, I'm thinking, was that an actual botch, or was that like an actual piece of the match where they're trying to go home from this? Like, he fucked up, so Pentagon's gonna win.
See, I was watching with my friend Brian, and he kind of sees it like that too. He thinks it was a botch, but I was like, it didn't really look. It does, but because nothing really happened afterwards. So
no, not really. I mean, you still had ref gets distracted, Pentagon with a shot to the nuts, package pile driver 1, 2, 3. So it didn't really look like that was part of what they had planned for that match. It looked more like a botch when you saw the finish.
Yeah.
So, they're still developing chemistry with these guys, but they still have a 2-hour nationally televised shows they're trying to work out. And as people had said, like, they're working out kinks as they go. Like, the audio on that show last night was terrible. I mean, it was
can we talk about the list of freaking Jericho?
It was the lexicon of freaking
Jericho. Don't give me that bull crap. The list is
the lexicon.
It was the lexicon of Le Champion. Okay,
the list was bad writing for bad creative.
Crap about it, but he didn't come up with it.
No, he didn't. Jimmy Jacobs did.
He's just.
All the people that he wasn't going to fight in 2019. It was just Moxley, Evil Uno, Angry Dose, Moxley, any dinosaur, any best friend, Moxley.
No little kids. You got to remember that too.
Oh, yeah. No little kids, Moxley. Like, it was hilarious. I love the lexicon. That was great.
What I don't get is Pac is number 1 in the rankings. So Moxley shouldn't get a shot at the title.
Right. And he's not yet. He's not. Actually, it all led to Jungle Boy getting the last shot at Jericho in 2019.
And that slap was kind of weak.
Yeah, that was kind of a weak slap, though. But I know Jericho really has a lot of respect for Jack and his family. He talked about it when he interviewed Jungle Boy. He did a whole tribute to Luke Perry. So, maybe he's trying to give this kid a shot and kind of bump him up like he did with Darby Allin, who's now hurt, so maybe they're trying to come up with, something else to fill that void. Again, trying to keep chemistry, trying to keep something rolling when you have all this chaos happening and 2 hours of national television. Not an easy thing. Maybe in WWE, but not in AEW. They don't have that roster.
That we know of.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And we also got a little spoiler that we're going to have the Blade and the Butcher taking on Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall.
Yes.
Which I think is interesting in itself.
QT Marshall.
Yeah, he was in ROH and then he's working backstage.
I think he had one match on
AEW. He had a match on Dark. They even did the whole undesirable to undeniable thing on him.
I'm trying to. I know who he is. I know the name. I can't put.
He used to come out on ROH in like a Bobby Roode robe with his name on it, all sparkly, and and he got hurt, and ROH let him go, and his career.
That sounds like normal.
Yeah, he was like the first Kelly Klein, but not as popular, if that makes any sense. But I think that's interesting just because you have so many like ROH components in it, and we had already mentioned a little villain coming through last week and maybe heading up this pack.
Oh,
so we have you just
he
have
has to. He
has to be. I mean, it'd be perfect. I don't think they're good. I don't know if they do it on their second to last episode of the year. But it would be a really cool thing to see.
Well, here's the thing. His last show with ROH is the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And their next taping will be like the 11th.
He's gonna come back.
Final show of the year
at the New Year's Day special.
Oh, you mean Bash at the Beach? Can we say that?
No, it's not Bash. That's not Bash at the Beach. This one's in Jacksonville. Their first show. In 2020. That's when he's going to show up.
Gotcha. I was wondering if it was going to be the last show, December 18th, because he's only, Marty's only scheduled through the 13th. His contract runs out. I don't know if he has one of those clauses where he can't perform for so many days, or if he can just walk.
And if he does, honestly, if he does have a no compete clause, if ROH did that, which I don't think they do.
I don't think so.
Damian Priest got out of his as soon as his contract was up, he was done. The next day, he had signed with WWE.
I was gonna bring that up too, and he was out on TV like almost.
But I mean, if he does, that would put him around the next pay-per-view.
Right, in February.
And they can do little segments in between where somebody keeps getting taken out and all you see is an umbrella in the background.
One of the elite.
Or they just leave a tiny umbrella on the body, Kind of like Killer Cross in TNA when he debuted. You just had the little X. Just one of those little drink umbrellas. You just sit on top of the
little
body.
Black margarita umbrellas.
Yeah, exactly.
With like the villain mask on it.
Yes, that would be cool. But it's gotta be little, like Wile E. Coyote little going off a cliff.
Like the little. Yeah.
Yeah, like the ones, like the little fruity umbrellas you get in them girly fruity drinks. No offense, Wendy.
I drink beer.
None taken because I don't drink them.
You don't put shit.
Look, Jose just signed. He drinks them.
Hey, Long Island iced teas are good. Okay.
All right, I'll give you that one, but I don't get no umbrella in my.
Well, Long Island iced tea is not like a fruity girl drink. Long Island iced tea.
Like a knock you on your ass drink.
It's gonna get you drunk.
Just don't give me a straw. That's all you gotta do.
So Dom, we had something that we wanted Wendy to spearhead because the fashion police and
we did, but I don't know if she's aware
of that. I'm so fashionable in my platform yellow Crocs.
I didn't even know this existed.
Hey, those super sunny Crocs.
I can't see you guys. I can't hear anything.
Uh-oh, she froze up on us. All I see is a smile. I can hear her.
I hear you. Oh, she's gone.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Well, so much for the fashion police.
All right.
Like, goddamn technology.
You know what? Let's fucking hit up our Keep It or Kill It segment.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. I guess we could start, since we already talked about Johnny. This is a good one. Taya Valkyrie will follow Johnny to WWE. Keep it or kill it?
Kill it.
Ooh.
Kill it.
Kill it with fire.
I too am going to say kill it because she is a Canadian and she loves Impact.
Yeah,
timing.
Oh, Wendy, we're doing Keep It or Kill It.
Okay, so I'll read off again
got
for
this
you.
Confused look like what the fuck?
Because she looked so lost.
Because I lost the call and I was like, I don't even know what's happening.
And she came in and all she heard was.
Yeah, and I'm like, am I here? Am I not here? What?
No, you're good. That's the Keep It or Kill It thing. The question that I just put out there was Taya Valkyrie will follow her husband Johnny to WWE. Keep
No,
it
she won't.
or kill it.
Kill it. She's
Keep
not
it or
following
kill it. She gets
She's
it.
not
She's
going.
killing it too. You know what? As much as I might like to see it, I think they'd kind of destroy Taya in WWE. I'm worried about Johnny, so I'm going to say kill it too.
Why would you even want to see that?
Because I'd like to see, Taya and Shayna Baszler go at it.
No.
I mean, that would be amazing.
No.
Yes.
No,
those two monsters.
No.
that
What's
would be
the next one?
Or Taya versus Becky. I mean,
It's been killed. It's been killed. Moving on.
All right,
We've killed
next
it. We've
one.
kiboshed it. 86 it.
Next question. Cody will somehow get back into the title picture in AEW. Keep it or kill it.
Of course.
Keep it.
Keep it.
Keep it. I mean,
that's hot.
common sense.
That's hot. That's hot. That's
Three
hot.
Yeah, how many times you pushed that thing, bro?
3. Because y'all all said keep it. And I'm going to say keep it too, so bam.
That's hot. That's hot.
No, I don't think he's done. I know they took him out of the title picture. They're going to find some way, probably with this rivalry with MJF, to get him back into the title picture because he's way too young. This company is.
Isn't it only while Jericho's champion, or is it ever? He can't be.
It's supposed
champion.
to be. It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be ever.
Oh, okay.
But
Then
I
he'll
think
just have a match with somebody.
They're going to find some way, like it's going to be him versus MJF in February, and if Cody wins, he can get back in the title picture. If, like, MJF wins, he's number one contender. Something along those lines. I mean, MJF's
going to do some shady nonsense, and Cody's going to have to, like, take out his brother in, like, a last man standing match or some nonsense.
It's going to be something ridiculous.
They're going to use that loophole that, like, he didn't actually lose, that MJF threw the towel in for him.
Well, he brought that up already,
He wanted him out of the title picture. And he's brought something up like that. And he was challenging MJF last night like there was no tomorrow.
MJF ain't stepping in the ring with him. He doesn't need to.
Dude.
MJF is the salt of the earth. He doesn't need to step in the ring with that piece of trash.
Shut your face, Mark. Jesus.
Wow.
Now, as I was saying, he offered the world to MJF last night. He said, "Oh, you want this watch? Take this watch. I'll give you my Louis Vuitton shoes. Fuck it. Here's $50,000 in cash. You can have it. All I want is to get in the ring and kick your fucking ass, like flat out."
MJF doesn't need any of that. He's already rich. He's already got the Louis shoes. He's got the wristwatch. He's got the money. He's got the ring. He's got
that money.
So
he needs that money back.
He's got the ring.
Unless he
don't need to step in the ring with that fake blonde-haired fool.
Unless he's hawking it to pay for his rent and more Walmart scars, he's going to have to get back in the ring eventually. And Cody would be the easiest option.
Bro, he's better than you, and you know it.
You went there. He might be, but he ain't better than Cody. So, next question. This is a fun one. I can't wait to hear how fast.
Let's all answer one at a time.
Maybe all of us, but Jose will say the same thing. I can already tell. It's literally just, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Brock versus Tyson Fury at WrestleMania. Keep it or kill it?
Kill it. Oh, my God.
That's one.
Brock versus who?
Tyson Fury.
Oh, isn't that the little dude? Or
that's
not
the boxer that Braun lost to.
The dude with Braun. No, thank you. Kill it.
Bruce.
He wants to say keep it.
He really does. He really does.
I want to say keep it, but I've gotta kill it.
I knew you would. And I'm killing that shit too. Because goddamn no. I mean, Cain Velasquez is one thing. Maybe if they did that at Mania, I might be like, okay, let's see what happens. But Tyson Fury, really?
Nobody cares.
Like really? Those are the two rumored opponents for Brock if he keeps the title or goes into WrestleMania. And honestly, for both of them, I'm kind of like just.
Oh, hell no!
Yep. Agreed.
I mean, but who else would he face? Freaking Bobby Lashley's stupid retarded behind?
We talked about this last week. He's supposed to face Lashley at Mania, drop the title, and then it's supposed to be Lashley versus Velasquez at WrestleMania. We talked about this last week, Jose. Your brain cells, you keep losing brain cells faster and faster, bro.
I've done something since then.
He was beige. Is what the brownies. Okay. Next question. Tessa Blanchard will be the next Impact Wrestling champion. Keep it or kill it?
Keep it.
Keep it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
All right, we'll do that twice. Bruce.
Keep it.
Oh, that's hot.
But it's not gonna be right away.
No, it won't be an immediate thing, but it definitely has to happen.
I say right away, next pay-per-view, I don't care. I'm keeping it.
Oh, that's hot.
I said it before.
That's hot.
I'll say it again. I want to see if Impact's got the balls to give her that title. I really do. I think
they have nothing. They have nothing to lose,
and they do have nothing to lose. And you know, it would be something revolutionary right now in this day and age. I mean, when was the last time we saw a woman with a man's championship? China?
I think it was China. Yeah.
What about Lucha Underground?
Well, yeah, we had Sexy Star as the Lucha Underground champion, but then she kind of
forgot about her
with that whole Rosemary issue and breaking her arm, and you know, kind of just killed her own career. So I mean, that's one, but it's kind of marred.
And Lucha Underground was more niche. It wasn't so mainstream.
Like mainstream, the last like you know, as mainstream as Impact has gotten, it's not on that WWE level, but it's close enough where if Tessa won it, you're going to hear about this everywhere. Whereas Sexy Star won it, and you only heard about it because I was like, yo, I was watching last night. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I would love to see it happen. I wonder if Impact has the balls. We do have a bonus keep it or kill it question, which I don't know. I think might end up in a push, but I'm going to give it to you guys anyway. Impact Wrestling is greater than AEW. Keep it or kill it. Like overall.
Dude, you're talking like 20 years versus like.
No, we're talking about as they sit right now. Like, let's go like from Impact on Access and AEW on TNT, because they've been on the air in this format on these networks for about the same amount of time.
You said Impact is greater than AEW?
Yeah.
Kill
We're not talking. Oh, there we go. Finally got an answer. I know.
It's hard.
It really is. It's damn near a push, isn't it?
I mean,
I'll say this: as far as in-ring and rosters, I think Impact has a slight edge, but then AEW has that production edge to it, and obviously they've got a little bit more network money, a little bit more of this that. So I would be hard pressed, but if gun to my head, kill it.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, Dom. I mean, Impact does have some great talent on there, and they are doing great work, like rebuilding and being something different than what they were. But currently, AEW has it, so kill it.
It's fair enough. I mean, and it's nothing against Impact.
Don't really the only one that's gonna say keep it.
Okay.
Oh, that's hot.
I'm gonna give you one of them.
That's hot.
And then you gonna tell us why? Or you just saying fuck it, keep it?
Keep it just because I said so.
Because he said.
Well, okay then.
Because he has a clown nose and he's running this shit.
So, all right, guys. I've got a bonus keep it or kill it because, like, I thought I was going to do keep it or kill it this week, but Dom's like, I've got 7 pages of keep it or kill it. So,
I said
all right.
6 questions. I haven't even gone through them all. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do a bonus one, then we'll get back to a couple more of yours. So,
JF is better than you. Or kill it.
No. The
focus.
Thank you. The Fiend's new title. Keep it or kill it?
Burn it with fire.
Kill it.
The monstrosity. Kill it.
One more time.
Thank you.
Because you know what? They had a better title that we saw pictures of, and they scrapped that shit and just spray painted it blue. Killing it.
No. I'm talking like the Fiend's title.
Oh, you mean the $7,000? No,
Burn
kill that
it.
shit.
Yes,
10 times.
I'm talking about because see, Bray Wyatt has the blue title. The Fiend has
the $7,000 face title. So like he's wearing it around his waist.
It's trash.
Did y'all read that was it was the Joker comic where like they cut his face off or some crazy thing like that, and they have like a special edition box set where you can actually get it with a mask of that Joker
It looks
face.
like
That's
a little
exactly
kid
what
put
it
it
looks
together.
like. It looks terrible. It's garbage.
It looks like a little kid.
It looks like hot Chinatown garbage.
I thought you meant the blue title. Because that other one is god awful and on WWE Shop for like $6,500, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, my car is not worth $6,500.
Right?
I could go buy a car for that. Like, why would I, like who in their right mind is gonna buy that thing? Never mind.
Idiots and assholes.
Never mind. All right, Dom. Let's do like 2 more.
Oh, okay. A good little MLW question, because the three of us talked about the Thanksgiving episode, and this comes from that. King Mo showed potential in his MLW debut. Keep it or kill it?
Keep it.
Keep it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I gotta be honest. I'm gonna say the same thing, man.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
We're gonna cut that off because he actually looked pretty good in the ring. I mean, he's a little sloppy, a little green, but I liked what
he's not like when he was in Impact. He's not that green.
He's definitely better than when he was in Impact.
Yes.
I'll give him that. He still needs a little bit of work.
Impact had that habit of just wanting to have the UFC guys.
They have the WCW. They have the WCW mentality. Is what they used to have. Right. Get them and throw them in the ring.
I'll be honest. I almost thought he was better at his debut than like Tom Lawler is on the regular. So
I don't even want to talk about that fucking guy. His name, you know, we have that one name that's never to be spoken about. That's the next name that's never to be spoken about.
Okay, I apologize. My bad. I'm ashamed. But wow. Wendy, I'm sorry, we haven't gotten to my homegirl yet. Wendy, would you like to keep this or kill it? King Mo showing potential.
I mean, I will be honest. I did not see it, so I don't know.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna trust y'all's judgment and say keep it.
What are you talking about? I watched it.
No, but you can't talk about her not watching it when it took you forever and a day to watch NWA, bro.
Right?
Fair. Thanks, bro.
Look,
it's true.
You've got 1 kid. I've got 3.
By the way, again, you're welcome.
Getting all defensive.
And we didn't ask you to have 3 kids, dude. Like none of us were like, yo.
It's true.
Wendy's over there like, I don't have that problem.
Child free.
Wendy's like, y'all, I can sleep when I want. I can go for Starbucks whenever I feel like it. I can watch all the wrestling I want, and nobody bothers me. It's great. And I'm like, I hate you.
Happily child free. I can do as I want when I want. And my money's my money. So if I want to spend $6,500 on a shit ass looking belt, well,
she gonna have it on her shoulder next week, like Charlotte. Just
nice.
and one more for the birth control.
Nice.
By the way, be careful. That shit doesn't always work. Ask my wife.
99.9%. Very
we
true.
We were the 0.1. No lie.
Yep.
So, Wendy, is there anything in wrestling this week that you would like to talk about with the crew?
I missed out on a lot, I'll be honest, like with the holidays and stuff. And then somehow at work, I joined a murder mystery book club 2 years ago, and I'm still there. And I had book club this week.
Who does that?
I feel like, who does what?
They still do book clubs?
Yeah. I'm in a book club, bro. It's me and a bunch of old broads, and I love it.
Say what?
Yo, the new star of our show is that soundboard.
That thing is amazing. I love it. I love it.
I know. I love it, man. I know I have too much fun with it. I'm sorry.
I did. I know I missed Dynamite last night. That was disappointing.
You're not the only
I'm
one.
so sorry.
But
I have caught snippets. Shut your whore mouth. I've caught snippets on Twitter here and there.
She said it. Yes.
Oh, hell no.
Never. my mouth more than Chris Tucker, goddamn. No.
Oh shit! I saw. Okay, what did I see on Twitter that came up on my feed? I saw Nyla Rose putting Knox through the table.
Yeah.
It actually made me laugh a little bit.
Apparently got suspended
indefinitely. Yeah.
Which means till the beginning of next year when they actually have something for her.
Hopefully it's
Pretty
until
much.
she learns how to wrestle. So we'll see.
What are you talking about, dude? She's fucking amazing in the ring.
She really is, though.
She really isn't.
Really
isn't.
In honor of Nyla Rose's DCism, hey yo Mo, what's up with this Bama over here? Jose talking about that. Yo Bama, what you saying?
Like for
Yo,
real.
girl needs some help. That's what I'm saying.
Don't be a Bama. Don't be hating.
Shots fired!
Well, at least 3 of us think she's great, so that should count for something.
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
At least he wasn't in on the conversation.
And I'm the one that smokes
because he was late that one time.
Yeah. All right, Jose, you got something on your mind you want to talk about?
Did y'all hear about Samoa Joe getting the spot on commentary and
oh yeah,
that Dio Matt, I think his name is Dio Madden.
Yeah.
He got
Dio,
moved back to NXT.
He didn't get moved back. He actually went back to the PC
to go, didn't he? Yeah.
Because he wants to be an in-ring competitor again. He was learning and having a few matches on NXT. He got hurt, and all of a sudden they were like, "Why don't we just stick you on commentary?" Like they tried to make him the new Corey Graves, I guess.
Yeah.
And
he wasn't that strong on commentary though. But I kind of.
No, I mean just wrestler injured. Oh, you can't go? Okay, get behind the table and call 205 Live. That kind of stuff.
They're making Joe the commentator?
Yes.
Not full-time, but while he's injured.
He fucking better get back in the ring.
He will, but he's injured right now.
Like injured though? Like I didn't see
you see like this week on
Is he really injured?
He had like the cast.
Yeah, is it kayfabe?
Yeah, like he had his hand in his pocket the whole time, so I didn't see it too well.
No, he had like a genuine blue cast up his arm on his thumb, and so I don't think it's kayfabe. I mean, he's been out for a while.
Like, legitimately
they just started bringing him back after Brock put Dio through that table, and I had been running around in group like every week after week, like y'all, Dio's dead, like. Like he didn't live through that table. The WWE's covered up because they don't want to lose their attraction. Oh shit! So yeah, it's I definitely noticed that he was gone because I had been blowing up group with that like every week on every Raw thread. Like, well, no Dio again. I guess he really is dead. And then I saw a report, I guess Tuesday morning, that said he went back to Full Sail, back to the PC, and he's trying to become an in-ring competitor again. Because I guess he was a football player before this, and just started training, and then got hurt, and then they just stuck him on a commentary table like they're doing with Joe. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's I don't think it was ever.
He has a habit of getting hurt though. Before NXT, he was with Booker T's promotion, Reality of Wrestling, and he got hurt too. There also, so he has a habit.
Isn't that weird? The similarities, because Joe gets hurt like every 3 months too, so they could just kind of revolving door at the commentary
table. They're just like interchangeable now.
Like, oh, Joe's in the ring, bring Dio back. Oh, Joe got hurt. Dio, you gotta go. Get back in the ring. Joe, you're on commentary. Just interchangeable. Whatever,
But it was me, Dio, all along.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if he actually comes back. Could you imagine if he just like jumped in a ring while Brock is in there and Paul's talking and tries to whoop his ass? That would be hilarious.
I would much rather see that than Brock and Fury.
I would rather see that too, but it would literally be like less than like shorter than Kofi Kingston's match. Like he jumps in the ring, dead. That's the end.
What if
CM he really did kill Dio?
Is the random person for the Royal Rumble, and we get CM Punk and Samoa Joe face off, like in Ring of Honor.
We always get surprises, and I think Morrison will probably be one of them this year.
Morrison's not a surprise no more.
Yeah, he's not a surprise.
Like I said,
he's a surprise.
He's gonna debut before the.
we all knew AJ Styles was going to be in WWE before the Royal Rumble, but he didn't debut.
Sure, we didn't know when he was
till
but
the Royal Rumble. We knew he was coming. We didn't know when. Now Morrison is in that situation, so if he doesn't show up till Royal Rumble, it's not going to surprise me one bit because they've done this.
It was a different situation with AJ Styles.
Yeah, it really was because he was still wrestling in Japan.
On the injured list.
Understand that too. But at the same time, they've already waited like a month to just confirm that Morrison is signed when we all knew that he did. So why would they not wait another month and just throw him out there in the Rumble and get that big pop and go, oh, surprise, when we knew it was coming anyway, like AJ?
My thing is why the fuck didn't they take a page from Attitude Era or AEW with Morrison?
Good page out of Attitude?
And just have him freaking run in and jump somebody, like jump the Miz in the fucking middle of the ring during Miz TV. Why didn't they debut him like that? That would have blown shit up.
I don't know for sure, but considering we found out he had signed or supposedly signed like September, going into October, and then he didn't confirm it until like Monday. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if he had second thoughts about signing in the first place. Like, I don't know, this and that. And then they had to go, like, talk to him and kind of negotiate and maybe write out a bigger check. That sort of thing. But, it could have happened had maybe they not, drugged their feet about it and just got him on, pen to paper, get in the ring, go do this. It could still happen. But if they wait till Royal Rumble, it's not going to shock me one bit.
It's not going to shock anybody.
No. Well, some people, but we're not going to go into those people
because they're
Muppets. Exactly. Hope feel better soon. Oh man, we're almost on an hour.
Well, I was just getting ready to wrap the show, actually.
Well, go for it, dude.
I mean, we've hit everything that we can hit. Oh well, alrighty then. I just want to say thank you for joining us this evening. And comment, share, comment below.
Subscribe.
Yes, subscribe.
Invite Top Rope Wrestling Talk.
Yes, invite yourself to Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook. We will accept you. Come in. You got the whole spiel at the beginning of the show. Do whatever the fuck you want as long as it's wrestling related, basically.
Right.
So for Dom, for Wendy, for the pie-eyed guy playing with toys, Jose, I'm the biggest MJF mark in the world, Bruce, and we're saying fucking deuces. Have a great night. We'll be back with you next week.
Hit it.
Peace.
Bye.
One more time. DOM. Peace, y'all.